concerns regarding discrimination based on ethnicity. My delegation would like to reiterate that the Constitution of Bhutan and laws clearly prohibit discrimination on grounds of race, sex, language, religion, politics, and other status. All persons are equal and are treated and are entitled to equal and effective protection. However, certain groups outside our borders with vested interest continue to float untrue narratives and accusations of discrimination and denial of rights against the royal government. Mr. Vice President, I wish to flag that when such false narratives find a place in our discourse, these narratives render our dialogue far from being constructive and meaningful. What is most concerning is the effort made to perpetuate the narrative of different ethnicities in Bhutan and discrimination against a particular group by various interest groups and individuals. Apart from perpetuating the divisive intent by falsely identifying a particular group as being discriminated against in Bhutan, today it serves no other purpose. A case in point is the composition of the royal government's cabinet. It has a satisfactory and fair representation of ministers from all parts of the country, and 3 of the 9 ministers in the cabinet are from the southern part of Bhutan. On the issues related to long prison terms, the delegation would like to clarify that this is an unfounded narrative being disseminated and untrue allegations being made against Bhutan. As everyone is aware, laws of a country inform everyday life, and laws mainly serve the principal purposes of establishing standards, maintaining order, resolving disputes, and protecting liberties and rights. Similarly, Bhutan's laws also fundamentally serve these 4 principal purposes. The group of prisoners are those who committed serious seditious crimes and acts of terrorism against the state and were sentenced in accordance with the law. Further, the doubts and aspersions being cast on the denial of fair trials is also unfounded. All accused are subjected to the due process of law and sentenced accordingly based on the gravity of their offense. The working group on arbitrary detention in the report from their second visit to Bhutan in 1996 notes that the 15 recommendations that it had made during their first visit in 1994 had generally been implemented. The 1996 visit report of the working group also notes that persons held in prisons under the National Security Act were taken before a judge and were either released or tried and convicted, and that 19 of those individuals were granted amnesty. Now, with regard to the conditions in the prisons, the royal government of Bhutan has provided access and facilitated independent monitoring of prisons. The working group on arbitrary detention made 3 visits to Bhutan, with the last being in 2019. Bhutan also received a series of visits from the International Committee of the Red Cross. The royal government of Bhutan continues to coordinate with the ICRC to arrange for family members residing outside of Bhutan to visit prisoners. Through the ICRC's family visit program, visits by the family members of the prisoners are being facilitated. Mr. Vice President, in view of the time limit, I'll have to stop here